Yes, yes, yes. We are in the building. DRH19D. Put some respect on that. We back with another exclusive. This is the Dr. Hood podcast. Number 2. We're going to count them all the way up. Number 1, all the way through 100. Gassing you. You dig? Feel free to leave your comments. I'm going to go ahead and leave a link for y'all to come on up if you want to. Feel free. No simps allowed. If you got that simping in your blood, it ain't allowed. We don't fuck with that here at Dr. Hood Studios. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers that don't like people get up on here smoking weed on the live streams. We don't fuck with that. You dig? It just ain't gonna happen. Got a couple guests already in the building. Shout out Big Bang Hank, Concrete Radio Live.
What it do, man. Salute, player, salute.
Other partner just tapped out. He gonna probably tap back in, but you know how it go. We got to get this stuff out here. We'll let the channel grow itself, and we're just gonna continue to put in the hard work that it take. You know what I'm saying? When ain't nobody here, when everybody's where it's supposed to be popular at, and everybody want to be trendy, we got to make this a trend. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna be cooking today. Got the topics on the screen. That's how we're gonna run it. We're gonna fit a few topics on there. We got some more stuff we're probably gonna be talking about. Some of these topics gonna jump into other topics, and it's gonna be a good discussion. It's gonna be something that you could stream live, or you can go back and check it out. You know what I'm saying? I was doing some housework the other day and checked out the last one we did. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the team. We've been really, really, really going in, getting it in. Don't be a simp. Live streams every Saturday, 8 p.m. Pacific time, Pacific Standard Time. And Money Making Monday. Check us out on Mondays, Money Making Monday. We don't have the time for that, so we're just going to be posting a video up, or we might even go live. You know what I'm saying? It depends on how much participation we got. That we love to do that. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and check out the Wake and Bake Show. We're going to be live early in the morning on that gas. You know how we do. And we getting back with you, right with you, man. So that's what we doing. We love to support everybody that's coming along for the journey and everything. You know what I'm saying? No nobody in they feelings. You know what I'm saying? Anything that people do online is everybody's business. So, I don't want people saying that get out of their business and, all of this whole shit, all of this simp ass shit. Talking about get out of their business. If it's one thing, if it's on the motherfucking internet, it's everybody's goddamn business. You dig? So you shut the fuck up. How about that? Before your ass be online. You dig? So that's what we're doing at the Wake and Bake Show. Money Making Monday, it's going to be a little bit more sophisticated on some sophisticated shit. But we still popping this shit. Show you how to come up from nothing. You know what I'm saying? All the way from a have-not to a have-got. You dig? But we right here, man. What's going on, Bank?
Man, another day, another dollar, man. Lots of weed. You know what I'm saying? Putting in that work. You feel me?
Yeah, no, that's what's up, man. I've been seeing you over there on Concrete Radio. You guys go ahead and check out that Concrete Radio Live. Now we're gonna be going up over there, branching off, doing different things, meeting new people. I tell you, just the friends I got and the good people I got in my corner, you know what I'm saying, take me all over the fucking map, you know what I'm saying, and back, you know what I'm saying. So shout out to all the good, trustworthy men that's holding it down, holding down them households. You know, that's the type of people that we breeding for today. So that's very important, you know, rather if you think so or not. You dig? Anyway, let's start it off. We'll just go down the list, man. You know, how much do you smoke? I saw this clip. I'm gonna go ahead and put this clip up on this thing. I'm gonna go ahead and put this clip up. Hold up. Let me take my overlay off. Okay, so this guy, he's running his ass around. Oh, the fuck?
Damn.
Back that shit up, man. Back that up, man. What the fuck was that? Oh,
Damn, that's a bull or some shit.
man, what the fuck, man? That wasn't the clip I was trying to play. Hold up. That's crazy.
Hey, what do you do if you get caught slipping like that? You know, you taking the kids for a bike ride or something, you know what I'm saying? And you get caught up and some wild cow come up behind you. What do you do if he flips you like that?
Man, listen. You fucked up for one. You know, you better get your ass up and get to safety for two. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know if he just wanted to flip you one time or if he was just going to keep coming up just trying to flip you. You feel me? Let's go back and look at that one more time before we get into the clip.
That's
got
crazy.
Chief Keef and Snoop Dogg. They talk about smoking.
Damn, look how he landed.
So he just thought it was cool to walk by, just drive by, and then he slowed down. Oh, man, that's so unfortunate, man.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so here go to, I guess it ain't going to play the audio, so I'm going to have to play the audio myself. Here we go.
I brought 4 blunts out here, and we smoked one, and then I'm smoking another. That's 2.
So look. Look. An ounce for me in blunts is like a whole pack of wood, so that's 5 blunts.
You smoke a whole fucking ounce with 5 blunts?
If I had my assistant here, he's supposed to came here. If I had him, I'd be able to show you
slow
right now.
down, brother. You could get 10 out of that, man.
But I had 2 ounces.
I love it. I fucking love it. How many blunts do you smoke in a day?
Yeah, man. You heard that, boy?
Yeah.
Let's get back on here. Okay, so he talking about he's smoking 2 ounces a day. He's packing a whole ounce in 5 woods. That's like 5.5 grams every wood. What do you think about that, Big Bang Hank?
Nah, man, you know what I'm saying? I done caught myself in situations like that, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? When you got them woods, when they open up, man, you can put a lot of weed in it. They don't hit as good when you don't have that much weed in there, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know what I mean? I ain't even a rapper, and I'm averaging 4 grams in a wood, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, I got you. So it's a thing where, you know, if you smoking backwoods, you know, you be fucking off a lot of weed because them, would you say them jokers don't even hit right unless you got an eighth in that joint or something, huh?
Minimum, you know what I'm saying? Minimum, and you know, and that's just to have a good wood. You know, when you kick back, you trying to get your smoke on a good wood. Yeah, you're gonna. That's just on me, you know what I'm saying? Minimum of 1/8, you know what I'm saying? But shit, if I had to guess, I'm probably pushing 4.5 for myself on my woods. I was just thinking I need one too.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, now that's crazy, man. So he's smoking 10 of those a day. That's coming out to about 2 ounces a day. You know what I'm saying? The average guy in the hood, he probably ain't gonna be able to keep up with this guy, you know, smoking at that rate. You know what I'm saying? I know you guys, well, not you guys, but anybody listening, if you do smoke weed, because it's legal now, you know what I'm saying? Make sure that, me, Dr. Hood, I smoke my little joints, and out of an ounce, shit, I probably get 28 of them motherfuckers, 30 of them, you know what I'm saying? So, and I be just fine, be zooted every day, you know what I'm saying? So it ain't how much you smoke. You got young dudes, 15, 16, putting 4.5s and 3.5s up in woods and everything. That's not necessarily the only way to achieve, a high. Like,
Yeah, but that's young shit too, though, because like they passing it around. You know what I mean? If they was facing it, they wouldn't get through one of them. You know what I'm saying? They don't smoke enough.
Okay. So he's doing that. That's 2 ounces. He's sharing that with his boys too.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't got enough years on them lungs to be facing no 5.5 gram wood. You know what I'm saying? He hitting that, he passing that. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. Okay. I got you. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. I was like, damn, so how much wood, would a motherfucker smoke,
Now, if I got a backwood, I roll up maybe 1 wood, 2 woods a day. If I got a pack, you know what I'm saying? And then the rest of them, I'm just smoking joints in between. I might smoke half the wood, put it out, fire up a joint, you know what I'm saying? Come back to my wood, you know what I mean? Like, you're not just going doming apes unless you got some trash, you know what I'm saying? You got that stress, you might be.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that was Snoop Dogg and Chief Keef, you know what I'm saying? Snoop Dogg did his thing at the goddamn Super Bowl, the halftime joint. I thought it was a really good show. They made it a headline that he dipped off in the corner and hit his weed or something, you know what I'm saying, before he went on stage. And, Snoop Dogg probably same type of guy, he smoked every single day, nonstop, all the weed you want. So, you get into these buildings where they got extra security and, you just can't kick up and do your thing. I could see it being a little overwhelming for him, but he had to dip off to the corner and get him a little smoke. And they made sure they videotaped his ass and and leaked the footage. So you got to know you always got somebody's eyes on you. Don't do nothing that you ever gonna be ashamed of. I'm sure Snoop ain't ashamed of that shit. You know what I'm saying? If anything, it was in his contract that he wouldn't smoke. So that's the only thing that'll happen bad.
Fact. Ain't nobody tell Snoop not to slide up. Snoop lighting up in wherever he at. It's Snoop Dogg.
Exactly. Yeah. So surfing through the internet, doing my Dr. Hood thing, you know what I'm saying? You got to see all the other big dogs and everybody that's making noise, in the sectors and different areas and avenues that you want to travel down when you're fucking with your podcast, or if you got a show you trying to do, or you trying to get some panels and shit going on. I've been surfing, checking out a lot of stuff and to see who been making noise. This Charleston white guy, what do you think about him? Have you seen him in these YouTube streets?
Yeah, man. I'm gonna talk like it, right? Yeah, man. Yeah. I think he hilarious as hell. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think he's positive or negative for the black community? Because I mean, you hear what he's saying and everything.
Yeah. Now I'm be honest, man. Some shit that he say it, and certain people gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you come from the area like where I come from, I'm sure where you come from, you're not always gonna get the message of somebody just telling you something in a nice voice. Sometimes you gotta be you know, a little extra with it. My mom will be a little extra with it. You know what I'm saying? Tell me something, but put that hand to that ass to get that point across. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I mean, I don't agree with everything he say. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't like the way he dissed the dead and stuff. But I do think he got good points. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you got to ignore how he say it, but just check the message.
One of the topics that he got on, he gets on them all, right? But one of the ones that I thought was even a little bit positive was the one that he did about Crip Mac. Did you check that one out?
Yeah, where he cried. You talking about the one where he was crying?
Yeah. You know, what was your thoughts on that whole situation, the Crip Mac situation, and then Charleston White weighing in on it?
Man, you know, to be honest, you know, I could feel Crip Mac. You know what I'm saying? And when that situation happened, and you know what I'm saying, at first, you know, I was like, you know what I'm saying, it's the way it go out here. But when I heard Charleston speaking, man, I ain't gonna lie, that motherfucker damn near made me cry. You know what I'm saying? I just felt him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like he being honest. His message is tough sometimes. That's what I say, but it be good though. Like, you know what I mean? That man give the face to a whole gang out here, and they show you that you ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? And this how they'll do you. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
I felt the message he had. You know what I'm saying? And I felt bad for Crip Mac. I wondered where the big homies was that would have said, "Nah, ain't shit, ain't nobody touching them." You know what I'm saying? Like, but the streets don't got no love. You know what I'm saying? No love out here.
Yeah, no, it ain't no love out here. You know, I've been in a situation where motherfuckers from my own hood stuck me up, you know, on some shit where, you know, they could just ask to sleep on the couch, and you know, I would have left for a week, and they could have just cleaned out the whole motherfucking shit. But instead, they want to do some devious ass shit, and you know what I'm saying, some snake ass shit. You know what I'm saying? So, and after all I did, and you know, your guard to be down to the people that you really fuck with. So you don't expect them to do you so fucking cold, but that's just the way the streets is. And you know, the loyalty is to the streets, it's not to the people in it. You know, when you gone, you know, you gone, it don't matter. That was a guy that was on that corner selling dope, and he's gone, then guess what, his jugs are gonna come to you. You know, so the hood's like a revolving door. You know, there ain't no love. You get in it. The only goal or the only rule to this game is to get out. And I tell people that all the time. You know, I got a cousin that he says that he watched me in the game a lot. Like, he was basically trying to blame me for his shortcomings when it came to, you know, his dealings in the streets and, you know, coming up and doing whatever for his fucking problems. And I told him, like, I don't know why you would do that. I don't know why you would look at me being in the game and then be inspired so much that you'll want to sacrifice your whole life wanting to be in the game. And then he was trying to explain, like, but you don't understand, and you know, this and that. And I had to, for a minute, I was listening to him, but then I was like, well, dude, you kind of full of shit, because if you was watching me so much, why ain't you put nobody on? You know, why aren't you with your kids? Why ain't you, you know, doing all this other shit that I did? Why didn't you watch all of that shit? You know, so a lot of these dudes, man, they'll try to blame shit on you, and then this whole hood thing, you know, I think it's just all fake, man. I say, get your kids, get the fuck out of that shit. You know, if you still here, I mean, I know guys that lost their life last year. You know, these guys got more kids than me, 9 kids, 8 kids, you know, and they gone. So it's a sad situation, man. And, you know, I just don't know if you ever do get to a point in the game to where you won't get the DP, you know, like what do they just think Crip Max just a goddamn goofball and like he'll never get to the status to where he gets that ultimate respect from his hood? And then if he does get that, what are the benefits? You get to walk down the street and people let you hit their blunt. You know, you can hit my drink, nigga. You know, you the homie. Like, what is what's the end result? You know,
Man, it's really I could say like this, man. Like I could see where some people would say, like, you inspired me, man. You was my inspiration. Like I know you saying you didn't catch the whole message, though. You're not doing what I'm doing. But you know, once you come off onto this concrete, man, it's gonna mold you. It's gonna fold. It's gonna shape you. It's gonna bend you. And at the end of it, not everybody come out the same. You know what I'm saying? It's just like one wrong night, and my life is completely different than your night. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, the rest of your life. So, like Crip Mac, he wanted that acceptance. You know what I'm saying? And I think he more or less pushed the issue of the DP. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think his people was looking at him, and he standing as a tough, like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta like see. I understand when Crip Mac, because it's like coming up. If you're around that age, I think he's 29. I'm 34. At that era where hip hop was gangster rap, it molded a lot of people out here. Like growing up, some people wanted to be doctors, some people wanted to be a lawyer. I wanted to tie my rag on and be one of the hardest motherfuckers to walk these streets. That was my ambition. So I understand where Crip Mac come from. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I think him being the face of something and this internet having a lot of influence on people these days, and the way they feel like they got to always express everything on the internet, or the internet means something. See, they question Crip Mac, and at that, it questioned the 5-5s. You know what I'm saying? So they had to make a statement that, no, we not soft. You know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of dumb shit, really.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But I mean, I've helped stop a DP not even 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, y'all not gonna touch him. That's what I'm saying. So it really fall on the homies. Like, where's your big homies at? You know what I'm saying? Where the people out there that's gonna be like, nah, 4 or 5 of the older homies, they'll be like, nah, ain't nobody touching nobody, or we all going at it. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's more or less jealousy too. You know what I'm saying? He the face of something that everybody probably want to be the face of in his neighborhood, you know?
Right. And I dig it. It just sucks to see dudes in a vulnerable position, you know. And just my whole new outlook about the community. You know, I could say maybe 6 years ago, you know, I probably would have had that mindset to where, you know, everything was all right and everything, you know, or if he would have curved out or, you know, whatever, he wouldn't have been this or that, you know. But when we're looking at the thing, like from a standpoint where white boys don't have to go through that, you know, for a white boy to be accepted in his community, he doesn't have to get beat up by 10 dudes. You see what I'm saying? And it's already hard enough on us anyway, you know, because of the moves that we made and the move, you know, the systemic racism, you know, everything piled on, and the way the community's all uptight, can't nobody move around, make no real money, because we all at war, you know. So as much adversity as we go through already, that's like the last thing that we need is you know, people. I mean, why does he have to live like that? The Arabian guy that comes over here, only been here 5 years, you know, he gets to walk down the street and buy houses and, you know, whatever neighborhood he wants and live freely, and his family can flourish and, you know, everything. But for us to live, it's almost to die, you know. That's pretty much. I think it's just too rough on the black man. You know, we make it too rough on ourselves. You know.
Hell yeah, no doubt. You know what I'm saying? Only the strong survive. You know what I'm saying? And then I think just in the culture, you hold respect to a higher standard than the motherfucking dude working at Wall Street. You know what I'm saying? Like he can, you could bump into him and he's gonna, oh, I'm sorry, and just keep on going and make that 200,000. But you bump me and I'll throw my whole life away by if you don't say the right words and shoot you right in your face. You know what I'm saying? So it's I think we got to take that respect and not hold it so high. Like, it doesn't matter what somebody think of you. Handle your business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I dig it, man. My thing is, you know, because, you know, I'm getting to the age, you know, my daughters are older. My sons are younger. You know, I got a 14-year-old. And he's in high school. And he's going to be bumping into these type of realities, you know, while he's growing up. You know, he's going to be exposed to the drug game. He's going to be exposed to all of this shit already. Something that every kid has to be exposed to at one point, you know. But just to have that extra level of, I don't think it's productive. So it's got to be level of ignorance, you know, that are festered, deeply rooted in the communities, you know. Like you can't even, I mean, even look at Snoop. Like he's the big Crip, you know. So it's not like, I mean, and they admit that the gang culture did more bad than good. So my thing is, do we continue the gang culture?
I can't really say that though. I can't say it did more bad than good. Because, you know what I'm saying, how many of these gangs made real men? Regardless on a motherfucker's life decision or choices or where he stand, how many of it made just a real man? You know what I'm saying?
Not more than not made real men. Like, believe it or not, there's more guys running around here locked up and not in a position to take care of their family. Rather, if they're still kicking it in the street with the gang, you know, all of this shit, your kids miss out on that at the end of the day.
I think that's the excuse, though. I think you would still been missing in action, whether you'd have been hooked on dope, whether you'd have been, say you took away the gangs, you still wouldn't have been there for your kids because it's not in you. It's in you to run. You know what I'm saying? You ready to run the streets. You gotta come to you gotta grow up as a man. That's how, I mean, shit. Because there's a lot of people out here that's from a gang that take care of their kids.
Yeah, but they're spending 5-6 hours out of the day with the gang and shit, though. You see what I'm saying? And sometimes more, 12. You know, and they're putting themselves at harm's way. So at the end of it, yeah, it's fun. Yeah, it gets your adrenaline going or whatever. You know, it's a fun thing to do, to be around the guys. And I hung many a years, many a days. I said I gave the hood. That's why I can't get a hood no more. You know, I can't get a hood even 30 more minutes of my time because that's who I was. I got up early in the morning. I was in the trap, you know, getting it in, you know, for the hood, risking my life and everything. You know, motherfuckers love me because I had the plug and shit. You feel me? And at the end of the day, if something would have happened to me, if I would have slipped off or fell off or, you know, did something, none of these motherfuckers would have been there for mine. You feel me? So, I mean, if they would have been there for yours or somebody else's, you know, good for them. But when I went to jail, none of them motherfuckers was doing shit. They wasn't motivating me to do shit. And maybe that's because I was the leader. Maybe that's the reason. But, you know, when I came to the trap and you know, or whatever, you know, it wasn't nobody motivating me to do shit but cop more dope and be more militant about how we gonna protect this shit. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much my story, you know. That, I mean, and there wasn't really nothing positive. You know, I felt like I missed time, even with my older daughters and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I was running them streets. And yeah, I was a type of dude, I did come home every night and shit late. And you know what I'm saying? I mean, if you out there, you know what I'm talking about. And it takes time away. And then so you take all that time away, and then you look at whatever situation is going on or whatever, and then you ask yourself, was it worth that time that you missed out fucking with the streets? And what are we building in the streets as a community? Because that was 10 niggas that beat up Crip Mac, probably another 5 watching. Now you put 17 guys together, 16 guys together to beat up somebody. Why are we still buying swishers from the Chinese guys? Why are we still, you see what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing as a community with this big, powerful gang culture? That's my thing. Because I don't see us doing nothing. I don't see us buying no football teams, no WNBA teams, no nothing, no NASCAR. There ain't no Crip car on the Indy 500. None of that shit. I don't see nobody racing no horses. Nothing, you know. But I see a whole bunch of t-shirts getting. We probably make more t-shirts in a year. Black people probably spend more t-shirts in a year than that we could buy a WNBA team or a goddamn hockey team. You see what I'm saying? So when I'm looking at it from an economic standpoint, and so far, the gang culture, it didn't do anything for me, you know, and who knows, maybe I was already the man that I am, or already going to be, you know, the man that I wanted to be, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Just like you said, if they wasn't going to be in their kid's life, they was already going to be that, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I don't feel like the gang said, I mean, people will put it on that, like, oh man, I had a clock. Yeah, but at the end of the day, when you out there with the homies, if you say, yo, I gotta go pick up my girl from work, or yo, I gotta go mess with the kids, ain't nobody finna say nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it come down to just growing up. And when you out there, it's hard to grow up because it's fun. Like you said, it's fun, it's entertaining, it's a thrill. You know what I'm saying? It's a rush, but you know, but what you're saying is a good point though, because if the gang was to come together and start purchasing shit, now the gang gets, instead of a negative look, becomes positive. You know what I'm saying?
It's all negative. Like, you can't even walk down the street in some of these neighborhoods without getting sweated. The white boys don't do that to each other. You know what I'm saying? Because they understand that in order for them to survive on this planet, they're gonna have to stick together. And our people, no matter how much of the gang, and you know, we think that it brings people together, but it really separates us, you know, because at the end of the day, my opinion is we're all in the same gang anyway, you know. So it's just like when you go to the penitentiary, they're not really tripping so much about individual sets, they're tripping about individual races, you know. So I think it's dividing the community more than anything. And this is just all new, just the way I feel. It's just new, you know. It's a new me. You dig?
Yeah, no, I mean, them are strong points. That's why I say, like, even with Charleston White and what you saying, like, you make valid points. You can't dispute the points. You know what I'm saying? The only thing is, if you do come from that, you just kind of like you said, you know what I mean? You was the leader, so, you know, just got to lead your people in a different direction. Just because you banging or something, like you got put on a hood or something, you could help that hood. You could be the one that changed that hood. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, no, we're going to do this. We're not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? And more than likely, some people will follow if you could show them some money. You know what I'm saying?
Who has done that? Who in the gang culture out of all these years, let's say 30, 40 years, and I'm not saying that people haven't. Who has done that? So
I mean,
that,
shit,
so
you done
we
done
can
it.
follow,
You know what I'm saying?
so we can follow their blueprint.
You done it. You know what I'm saying? You done it. Dr. Hood done it in different ways, and we just each reach one, teach one, and then hopefully they reach back out and teach one too. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, it's a process, but it was a process to get where we at. You know what I'm saying? And you can't just discard it and talk negative, because as negative as it may be, it's a lot of people that clocked hours out here that lost loved ones that ain't coming back off this silly nonsense. And it's hard to say fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's still generations of people that got loved ones that they lost from that. You know what I'm saying? And
That's true, but promoting it, cause look at Snoop. Like, we looking at this, and that's a dope ass suit. That's why I picked that picture. And I wasn't gonna originally get on that, but like, let's just say Dr. Hood is, you know, teach one, each one teach one, you know, this and that. Snoop is teaching hundreds and thousands, you know, to gravitate to the gang culture, you know. So it don't matter what I do, or you know what I'm saying, because I'm not gonna be able to reach not even a millisecond, you know, amount of motherfuckers that Snoop is gonna reach. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, but see, people miss the message. Like, yeah, he up there and yeah, he looking good, you know what I'm saying? He banged out, but at the same time, he also just purchased Death Row. He's also performing at the halftime at the Super Bowl. He also got a $50,000 chain on.
But the message though, like I heard him, Fiends be on the mission for them greens, serving fiends. You know what I'm saying? Like, what was the message? Like, I get it that they doing this. I get it. But what is the overall message?
That if I did it, you could do it. You know what I'm saying?
There's no message, you could do it. There's no message, though.
You don't have to be on the block banging, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, look at me. I came from this same environment you came from, but I'm performing at the halftime. Find your niche and maximize it. You know what I'm saying? Don't just be stuck in the city. You can still be that same G up there at the halftime sparking your joint instead of being on the block banging on another set. You know what I'm saying?
But that's what the content was saying, though. Bang on the set, be on the block, smoke your weed, gin and juice.
Okay. You talking about the lyrics? Yeah,
bro.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
I thought you were just talking about Snoop. I thought you was just talking about Snoop and the way he looked up there.
I know Snoop's an icon. Snoop's an icon. Everybody knows that he went this, but that's not his message, though. That's not his overall message. That's his journey. And people that decide to look into Snoop Dogg and to find out all of that stuff, you find that out. But the overall message of the hip hop and everything else, and then we can say Snoop Dogg, 50 years old, you know, the message that a 50-year-old will be piped way down from a 30-year-old or a 20-year-old. So you see the effect that it's having because you hear all the lyrics of all the young kids. So it's not like they just watching him. Like, they even more bigger gangsters now on wax. You know, they talking about killing, smoking your homie in a pack. I've seen them go as far as talking about the murders on songs, putting pictures of their dead ops in their videos. You see what I'm saying? So the message definitely didn't come across the right way. It didn't. You know, right now, black people are probably killing each other more than ever across the United States. You feel me? And we the smallest percentage in the United States. Black people. You know, so I get it. You know, that's the message that they want. And right after Snoop Dogg and them guys got off of the thing, guess what commercial came on?
Which one?
LeBron James.
Oh yeah, I seen that one.
Right. I bet you all the kids seen it too. And you know what
Yeah.
else they did? I bet you they didn't go pick up a book. I bet you they went and pick up a basketball. You see what I'm saying? So while we don't see it, these white folks is programming our babies. You know, they don't want to be doctors. They don't want to be lawyers. They want to be Snoop Dogg and LeBron James. You know, they'll rather have a, like you said, a $50,000 chain on his neck. And you see what I'm saying? That's just because that's what's cool. Kids want to be cool. Kids are gonna be cool. Just like your parents were cool. And then when you started getting 12, 13, you probably didn't think they was cool and you thought you was cool. Now you getting older, your kids, after a while, they're gonna think that you're not cool. They're gonna think that they're cool. So you're gonna be cool no matter what. But what is cool? City girls, you know, Cardi B. That's cool. You know, we made it that way. You know, and it's continuing. I'm not knocking Snoop, you know, for nothing he do, but you know, that shirt, that's a bold statement. That's telling every kid in America, even white kids, to be a Crip. You know, and I don't know if I will just want to tell my son that, because I always got to look at it like, you know, any message that I give out here, would I tell my son this? You know, I don't know if I want to tell my son to be a Crip. I don't.
Nah, man, I agree. You know what I'm saying? That's what I said. When you break down certain points, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to argue it. You know what I mean? But you know, it's funny.
I hear it, because I love the culture too, and I got plenty of people I lost in this shit too. You know, but at some point, we got to learn to let go. You know.
Yes,
or at least, the very least, just quit killing each other. How about that? You know, still be a Crip, but promote not killing blacks. Like it shouldn't be cool for a black guy to have bodies and he's just cool. Like you're a cool guy because you got bodies. Killing a black man should be just as bad or worse than molesting a child. You know, but it's not. You be the hottest rapper ever. You kill a black man, go to jail and get out. You the hottest rapper. Who did Bobby Smurder kill? A white boy?
I don't even think they killed nobody. I think they just got caught up with guns.
I just got caught up with some guns. Okay. I know he's real hot right now. I'm just checking. You know, I know he did some time. Gucci Mane. I know it wasn't his fault. It wasn't his fault. You know, the motherfucker run up on you, you know, with that bullshit. I get it. You know, you got to do what you got to do. I get it. In those situations, you know, they're under, you know, I understand it. But we got to know that it's not just us putting out this shit. You know, we don't control the media. You know, they're going to put out everything just like Nas X. If you better believe that they're paying people to put him in position so that our kids will watch him. That's why there's really no squeaky clean images that we can look at. There's plenty of positive people in the community, but we don't see them. You know, we're seeing Snoop, and he's probably the most, Snoop or LeBron is probably the most positive that we got to look at. You feel me? That's not supposed to be like that. We don't want to be judges. We don't want to be in the councilmen, you know, House of Representatives. You know, that's how laws get changed. If we don't have no black people even going to school to even try to be that type of shit, why? Because we got 1 million kids wanting to be LeBron James. Well, guess what, kids? All of you guys can't be LeBron. You feel me? But that's all we see. Turn on your TV right now and put it on for an hour and write down every positive black role model that you see on TV. And if he's not a rap artist, that we can go Google his raps and he's talking about fucking somebody's bitch or selling dope or some shit like that, he's a motherfucking athlete in a gym. Okay? And nothing else. You know? So why would we want to be something else? You feel me? And the only reason why I'm speaking on this shit, fam, is because I spent probably 35 years of my life lost. You know what I'm saying? With the veil over my fucking face, blinders on, really not understanding that we just got tricked into hating each other, bro. You know, we got tricked. It's like, okay, if those guys are all kings, damn, they're breeding and shit. How are we gonna do this? You know? And then you gotta go look at skin cancer in America. Go look at how many people die every year from skin cancer, and you tell and look at the geographic location and who's dying from this. And then you tell me if these people are indigenous to those parts, to Europe, to Africa, to America, you know, you tell me. Because God's not gonna make you indigenous to a place that's killing you off faster than you're being born. Okay? Why do you think you gotta know about global warming and all of that just to be a president? Like, I thought that was some of the silliest shit ever when I saw Obama going for office. Because we all in the streets. When you on the block spending time with the homies, nobody's talking about this kind of shit, bro. I'm sorry. If not on my block, okay? So I'm looking at it, I'm like, damn, who gives a fuck about global warming? They give a fuck. You feel me? Because it's killing them off. So they got to do everything and pit us against each other so that the population won't grow. Okay? Black people are 12% of America. Hispanics are like 13, 15%. In 20 years, they said like 10 to 20 years, Hispanics will be like 30%. Blacks will only be 13%. You know what I'm saying? They don't want our population to grow. That's why all this controversy, everything, even look at ESPN. Every single day, they're comparing black people to each other. Okay? You don't never hear them comparing Nolan Ryan to Linson Cup and you know all of these motherfuckers. We never hear this. Joe Montana and Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers and goddamn Joe Namath and Terry Bradshaw. Why don't we get to debate these motherfuckers, right? Why every fucking day we gotta hear motherfuckers comparing black people to black people? Oh, It's because it conditions us to always go against each other. Every fucking thing it is, a black person's gonna want to go against each other, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's not the gang, it's not the color that you wear, but it's the train of thought. And if we gonna think with that we're each other's enemy, then it's gonna be a lost cause for a long fucking time. You know, I'll keep that shit short. You know what I'm saying? Now I just be going off though, man. This is the Dr. Hood, man. I thank everybody that came out. You know what I'm saying? Let's get back on some uppity up shit, some fun, hilarious shit. And that's this Kevin Samuels guy. What you think about him, Big Bang Hank?
Hey, you know, I like him, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you know, I like some of the shit he be saying. I be thinking he be simping on some of the other shit. You know what I'm saying? So shit, you know, he cool. He just like everybody else, just an average guy.
Yeah. You know, I've been getting a lot of pushback because, you know, I like doing reactions to his joints because, you know, it kind of gets me a few more subscribers. It's, you know, it gives me a little bit more interaction, a little bit more views. You know, he's buzzing on there. But occasionally, you know, I get some of his followers, you know, they get around and wanting to troll and try to tell you how to run your channel and shit. So other than the pushback, and it just seems like people are taking every fucking word that he says, you know, like it's the holy grail and shit, like they don't have no game of their own. Nobody should be able to tell you everything. They should only be able to add to the game that you already got. You know what I'm saying? If somebody gonna tell you a whole blueprint or totally, you know, everything, that just shows that, you know, you was just game goofy anyway. You know what I'm saying? So even though he struck my page down, I always gotta I always gotta add that.
See, look, you trying to do positive, and here go the black man trying to get at you, man. You know what I'm saying? Even though you just on some positive shit, it shoot at you either way, man.
Well, see, I'm gonna sneak that in. Like my little rant that I just had, that little 5-10 minute little rant, I'm gonna sneak that in. But you know, I want it to be funny. I want it to be humorous. I want to be able to relax in my home, smoke my weed, you know, talk about simps and women and, you know, all of that. But I want it to be entertaining too. I think a lot of these guys that are out here on YouTube trying to talk to the youth, they're boring as hell, you know, and the youth ain't listening to them. You know, I'm gonna just be 1,000. They boring and the youth ain't listening to them.
Facts.
So we're gonna pop this shit on here. Oh, he said he love him some Mr. Samuels. Who want to come up before we get up out of here? Let me hit it off with that little link right there. If you guys want to come up, no big deal. If you want to argue with us or whatever, get up on here. Come get that smoke, you know. So we want people to come to the channel, rather if it's controversial or not. Because when I hit you with them jewels, it's going to be some of that shit that you're never going to fucking forget. So that's how we getting down at Dr. Hood. Let me see. So what's the definition of a simp? Let's just go ahead and get into that.
All right. Definition of a simp, man. I think. All right. I mean, you could look at it from different ways. You know what I'm saying? A simp could be somebody, you know, purchasing, you know, gifts and everything for an exchange for, you know, some quality time. You know what I'm saying? But I think mostly the simping come in when, you know, when that lady do what she gonna do, and you done fell in love with her, and then you act a fool over some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I think that's when the simping come in, when you start acting a fool, getting out of your character as a man. See, a man should always keep his cool. And I think a lot of men bring out their inner woman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think it's a silly or foolish person. I looked up a few definitions about a couple weeks ago or a month ago. And that one right there was, I think that I'm gonna use it for that, because even though, yeah, simping for a woman, that's number one, and that's probably the most foolish thing that you can do, because I got a philosophy, and every goddamn woman ain't for you. And to be a smart man, you got to know that. You got to know if you're dealing with somebody that's going to run off, or if you're dealing with somebody that you can depend on. So if these things happen and these women do these things, I'm putting the responsibility on the man to know how to conduct himself in a manner. Like, if you're already dealing with somebody that is going to run off, then you should already know this,
Facts. I agree. Like, don't think you could change it. You know what I'm saying?
She's gone. She's gone. Like, it's going to run off. You're going to run off. I already knew you're going to run off anyway. That's why I didn't put that much into you. You know what I'm saying? Oh, shit. Let me get to this. I got to get to this game. Yes, sir. Anyway, this is Dr. Hood. You know what I'm saying? Big Bang Hank. You guys go ahead and subscribe. Hit up Big Bang Hank, Concrete Radio. That's it. That's it right there, right? Concrete Radio.
Yep. Concrete Radio Live.
Oh, Concrete Radio Live. Concrete Radio Live. You guys go check that out. Appreciate y'all for coming out. We're gonna keep growing the channel. I'm gonna I like this. I like making my my little background with my, so you guys can know what's going on, or if you guys want to go back and check out some of the titles, and it might be something on there that you want to hear us cook about. We did one on I did one on Kodak Black yesterday. That Sierra Russell Wilson little situation, that was hilarious. Rams won the Super Bowl. Cooper Kupp, I guess he's a Washington native. He's out of Washington State. Went to Eastern Washington. That was a college that I said it out my mouth. I was like, man, people go to that school, man, they just don't make it up out of there. I think Jesse Chapman was probably one of the last dudes that I really seen do something out of there. Cooper Kupp, I think he's from Spokane. No, not Spokane, Yakima, Washington. So when I found that out, I was like, oh shit, he might fuck around and put the state on the map. We already got a whole lot of basketball players out here doing big things. Shout out to the 206. What else? Yeah, Don't Be a Simp every Saturday, 8 p.m. West Coast time, Pacific Standard Time. All the beats by the Bird. Check him out on Instagram, Beats by the Bird. And we out of here, man. Peace.